everyone. Thanks for joining us again on Radio Latino. So today we are going to be presenting Makenna, and I'm Jasmine.
I'm Christian, and Makenna, we have some questions to ask you in an interview. How old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
Awesome. So what do you do?
I do internet marketing, which includes social media, drop shipping, speaking, webinars, funnels, the whole shazam.
And you're 15?
Yes.
Wow. How did you even get into this?
My mom, who's Forbes Riley, one of my inspirations, she got me into this because she needed help in internet, and I used to be a coder, and I was all into the internet, and everyone only uses 10% of the internet. And so I got into all of the fun things, the powers of what it can do. So I helped her because she was spending all of this money on people that were building sites that didn't work and that would just take money and then leave. And I was like, all right, Mom, I got you. I can do this. This isn't hard. I do it for school. And then I took it to a whole nother level and started doing it for myself.
Wow. How do you learn to do this?
I learned from a lot of my mentors, a lot of people. I figured out myself. I just went on and I made every mistake physically possible to do, and it taught me what to say to people, how to say things, what captures people's attention, and somehow it worked.
So one thing that we really want to show everyone is like trial and error. It's a very big thing, right, to get to where you want to go. So how old were you when you started, and how long did it take you to be successful in this?
I was 12 years old, and I don't think I made a single penny till I was 13. And it took me an entire year to figure out what to do, and then you have to fail maybe 1,000,000 times to figure one thing out. And if someone else teaches you to do something, to actually use that and implement it, because failing does not work that well. I mean, to not fail doesn't teach you anything. So if you succeed at everything, it doesn't teach you squat. If you fail, it teaches you exactly what to do and why you do it.
I really agree with you on that, but there's this quote that I want to see what you think about. So there's this quote that says, you learn from your mistakes, but those mistakes don't always have to be yours. What do you think about learning from other people's mistakes?
No, I completely agree from that. If someone's already invented the wheel and already failed, to do that over again makes absolutely no sense. To try to be different from something that already works, do what works and be different your own way. So if something works, stick with what works.
So reinvent the wheel.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for all the youth that's out here that's listening and watching us and saying, well, you're 15 and you're already doing all this stuff, where can they come and see you, hear you speak? I know you have courses. Where can
You can definitely just go to my Facebook, Makenna Riley. It's really simple. Or you can go to Free Gift from Forbes. My mother, I do a lot of stuff behind her, and she is definitely teaches what I teach her to do. So freegiftfromforbes.com and Forbes Factor, Facebook, you can go to Makenna Riley.
All the social media links?
All the social media, just go to Makenna Riley.
Awesome. Well, I just really want to acknowledge that you're so young and you're taking the initiative, and I really want to show everyone what you've done. So can you actually tell us how much you've made in all these hard work and programs that you've created?
I feel that money is a great part of it, but if you don't like what you're doing, I'm not going to tell every kid to go out there and say, I made $17,000 in 1 month from selling things online, because I understood, but the reason I did that was because I actually liked to do it.
Yeah.
I was online because I wanted to be, not because I need the money. I really just should get online. That's not a reason to do it. You need to like what you do, because if you like what you do, you're bound to make money. And I thought I would never make any money. I was like, oh, it's just a silly hobby. My parents will pay for it.
Yeah.
Yippee. And then I made my first $10, and I was like, oh my God.
Little earnings.
That first $10 pretty much just shot me off. I was like, all right, I can do anything now. I'm good.
Yeah. And so the biggest thing is, would you agree that maybe that's just the beginning, even though it was the smallest amount, you're never going to forget those first $10?
I will never forget my first sale. I think the first sale is the most important sale, because if you can sell one, that means you can sell 1,000,000.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And let's go back to were you learning. Did books didn't play any part in this whole learning?
I did read books, but I am a picture person. So
Picture
I would
person.
go through and I would find the diagrams and things like that, and I'd look and I read the pages through them. And I'm a video person, but there's not enough content in videos. It's a lot of stories.
Yeah.
But I would watch like Lewis Howes and those people, how they did it. Russell Brunson, they were a big part in like what started me off.
Wow. And besides your online stores, are they still running? And
No, I stepped away from online stores because it was a lot more work than I bargained for. You don't get enough return for the amount of time you spend. But I will say, from those stores, I did create a charity. It's not technically a nonprofit. I didn't set it up that way. But I raised money for a boat to take older people out, kids in wheelchairs, or kids that just can't afford to go out. And I will always say that if you make money or can't make money, just always give back, because it's so rewarding that it makes you want to do more. So that's what I did. I raised money for a Boston whaler. It's a little boat.
Wow.
And now I'm working on taking people out because that's what I love to do.
if there's one piece of advice you can give to the youth right now that are watching you, what would it be? Like one thing, like
Use what everyone says against you to fire you. Use that as your like wood to fire your fire. Because I will say that when your parents say you need a job, you need to go out and get money, you need to work, the internet thing's not working, just give up now. Or when your friends go, you do marketing. I took 10 weeks off of school in 8th grade, and my teachers thought I was insane. My dad was like, what are you doing, Makenna? You need to go to school. And I was like, no, I don't. School is what teaches me to get in a job, to go to college, to get my pension, to be 60, and be like, what did I do with my life? That's how the wheel goes, and I don't want to do that. So I will say, if anyone ever tells you no, make sure you remember who tells you no, so when you make it, you can go back and say, you told me no.
And this is where you're at.
Yes, I'm at the stage of where I'm almost ready to tell my grandparents who told me, Makenna, you're taking too much time off school, like, this isn't good. Or my friends who told me, that's not even possible, Makenna, be quiet. Or my teachers that are like, you skipped too many days of school now, you may need to go to summer school. So you're like, look, this is what I've done, I don't need anything. Like,
are you still in school right now?
I am, sadly, still in school.
Online school or like public high school?
No, I'm in public high school. I skip a lot of days. I've gotten a lot of
I'm gonna
referrals.
encourage you to look over at the camera.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi. I skipped a lot of days of school, but it was worth it because the things I learned from not being in school are more valuable than I could ever get from school.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming down here at this amazing expo and stopping by our booth, Radio Latino. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much for coming,
lovely
and we
meeting you.
appreciate everything you do and taking the time to be on this.
Of course. It was lovely meeting you guys.